Hello, everybody. It says we're live. Thank you for remembering the new stream time. uh, this is just like a chill type stream. We don't have to write. We don't have to do anything you don't want to. But I am going to start us off with like a simple little 5-minute wind down timer because I think we all kind of deserve it today. Let me see. I'm doing the thing. I can't think straight today. No, not electric. We don't need crazy. Okay. Wrong button. I gotta help a kid with the homework and things real quick. Yep, you see child. Child needs help with history. But, it's already starting. The things need to stop. Okay. Yeah, so the child is with me. The child has just had a shower. The child is doing her history. Sorry, they can't see you. There you go. Now that
Hello. I'm doing my history.
I'm helping her with the...
Yeah, my history is a white screen.
French and Indian War and the Paris Treaty.
And the British Crown.
We had Alice join us bright and early. And then we had Cass hopping in to give a like and then head to bed. Good night, hon.
Good night.
Glad you remembered the new stream time, Jennifer. Thank you. Ashley says, pop in and say hi. I don't know if I'll get in words as I made the mistake of looking at the news. I was kind of curious at what all was going to get said today, and so I turned it on C-SPAN and watched it unfold live. So yeah, I've been on the news all day to the point that I went and got me something to drink. So,
Mom, you might get demonetized.
I don't give a... I gotta get monetized to get demonetized. Alright, so we're gonna start this little 5-minute timer so I can help her with her homework. And then you can tell me if you're working, if you're just chilling. I'm gonna use this to read a book so I can count for my words. I need to do some editing, but I'm just not in the mood. I need to do the podcast edit. But yeah, that's not happening today. So, alright, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right.
I'm so confused. What is happening?
What did you do? I don't know if you know what you did. It's okay. I'll fix it. I think I fixed it. I didn't fix it. I don't know what she did. She's breaking stuff. She's just breaking stuff. So I helped her with her work by looking it up. I knew most of it, but I didn't know the math. Alice says, I remember that history. It was so boring, but Friday I had my last history class ever. Awesome. So are you just not taking any more history, or like did you do the graduating thing? And hello, Tiara. Hello. Believe I've seen you on once before. I'm not sure. Yes, I very much couldn't have picked a better day, even though I didn't know what I was doing was why. I just wanted to be able to keep myself more accountable during the week and get things done. And it seemed like nothing wanted to go right today for me at work or in life. And then all the drama that is politics happened, which was crazy because I never watched C-SPAN, and I just happened to turn it on out of curiosity of what was going on, and seen it all unfold. It's like watching a bad movie you can't wake up from. Alice spent her 5 minutes talking with on a teen writing Discord. I didn't know there was one of those. Awesome. Alice says, one more semester, but you don't take history next semester. Okay. What happened?
I have no idea what just happened to my computer.
What did you do to your computer?
I didn't do anything to it. It just decided to be weird. It keeps getting these like black, like bordered things around it, and I can't get it to go away.
You probably know when you clicked on something. If it don't stop your homework, make sure you save.
It does stop my homework.
How does it stop your homework?
Because it won't let me type.
Oh, Lord. Save your work. Get out of the program. I'll look at it. It hurts a lot. I have a appointment Monday to go see the hand surgeon. Because it's like you can feel the tendon right here. There's something wrong. And we don't know if it ties into what's wrong, like right here. So, and then I've got like a bump right here. So we're not really sure. Like I used to could like do like this with it, and now I can go to there. So I love how like bringing my finger forward, like, oh, the cat's tail's in the screen. That's why. I was like, why is it getting dark? The cat that wants her tail warm. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Ashley's gonna put the Mr. Nugget down, little Mr. Nugget down soon. You put the big nugget in and a little nugget away. Half a page of writing deep scenes. Awesome. I have so many books I need to read. So I found out that Christine Feehan, my favorite author, her next book comes out February 9th, which is when Unknown Family comes out. Super excited about that. Didn't even know that. Like, oh my God, that was so cool. But I refuse to, even though it's coming, I refuse to read that book before I've read the other ones, even though it's a different series. So I am simultaneously reading Dark Song and Leopard's Rage and the Desolation Road, whichever one it is that comes out right before this one coming out. So I'm reading 3 different series by her all at the same time so I can get caught up. And then in order to get some stuff down, we've been going to storage. My mom's schedule changes soon. But so Kira and I have been going to storage and whittling things down, and then we'll get some people to come help us. And so, I don't know. So we're trying to get all of the stuff from the small storage into the big storage. So we have to get rid of some stuff in the big storage. And I've come across like 2 boxes of books that I haven't even read yet. And so my goal, instead of reading the anticipated books of 2021 that I wanted to get, is to read all these older books and see if they live up to the hype or not. They're all books that I got in... Kira, what was the book box we got those in? No! I'm gonna throw that at me. Was it the... Oh, it was the Nocturnal Readers Club box. She just threw a squishy at me.
Yeah, I did.
It don't smell like a cinnamon roll anymore.
Yeah, it's more squishy though. It's not as hard.
It don't smell like a cinnamon roll no more.
But it's not as hard.
And Jules loves, yeah.
Oh,
I do have every one of her books pre-ordered to come out, but I'm so far behind in reading because I was so busy editing my own book that I haven't had time. And then I was like, oh, I want to read all these that are coming out, and yeah, I haven't. I need to read so much. Hi Jennifer. Says I'm looking at researching for writing deep points of view. Awesome. Or you mean like the emotionally deep, or just like getting deep into the character? I don't know why my camera is screwing up so bad. Jeannie, swing about to drop a like. Hi! Stay as long as you can. Jill says, have I read Shelley Lawrenson's Honey Badger books? That sounds familiar. Not the name, but the Honey Badger books. Kira, why does Honey Badger books sound familiar?
I think we got that in a box.
It wouldn't have been in the Nocturnal Reader Club boxes.
No, I think if we didn't get it in a box, then I'm pretty sure.
What was that box thing we got that looked like it come in a mail carrier bag?
What?
The oh my god, it was like 2 books and some goodies.
Was it like cutesy or was it horror?
It was cutesy and it looked like it came in a mail bag.
That's where we got the typewriter thing too.
Yeah, it's where we got the typewriter sticker.
That kind of caused a lot of controversy.
Yeah, because they kept sending us like 2 for some reason.
Yeah, they kept sending us 2 every time, but they weren't
charging us, so I like felt obligated to do a review.
Yeah,
on them.
We tried to contact them, and they were like, "Oh, well, it is what it
is." I want to say we got at least one Honey Badger book from a subscription box back when I was reviewing subscription boxes. I would have to go back into my I'd have to go into my old videos and find it and see.
Well, because you were trying to be a good person, and then
because I don't remember what it was.
They were like, yeah, we really don't care, basically.
Yeah, they kept sending me extras, and I was like, I don't need to, but thank you. Like, I'll pay for it, or I can send it back. And they're like, no, that's fine.
It's good.
It's good. We don't mind.
We don't really care.
Okay.
You sure? Yeah, for sure. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Right.
Hey, take your caddy.
I kind of understand what just happened. The child is like, I got a raid over on Twitch. Awesome. Thank you, Traverse Potato. It's like seeing that I got 20 people. Awesome. Ninja raid. Well, this is just kind of like a chill stream. I'm not gaming or anything like that. My camera is like being an asshat right now. I don't know why. Kara came in and needed homework done, and it just suddenly decided it didn't want to work anymore. What? There it goes. Yeah, your computer dropped out and screwed up my camera. It's all your fault. Yep. Thank you for the raid, though. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody that's new. Jennifer says actually both character and emotional. Okay. I have a book recommendation for you. If you're looking for, because I know the kind of books you write, there's a book called The Emotional Thesaurus, and I do believe it's still on sale. I have the actual copy, But when we were looking at the book for the month to review,
Oh God.
I think it was on sale.
I'm
Let me
going
see if
outside.
it still is. Why are you going outside?
Because I want Baby Ruth from the car.
Okay, fine.
I'm in desperate need. I'm stealing. I'm going to steal from you.
Go eat all the Baby Ruth. I can never get the cover to show itself. Yeah. So, the Emotion Thesaurus. So, if you have any, this is the second edition, A Writer's Guide to Character Expression. The second edition has expanded to 130 entries. This helped a lot when I was going through my building my characters and trying to get a plot behind them, and the things that they might be going through the book, to try to get a lot of different things going there. So go on Amazon, see. It was a 99-cent sale this past weekend. Go see if it's still there. Because if it is, I really, really recommend that book. It was really helpful. So. And then, what was I doing? Okay, so do we want like a 10, 15, 20? Nobody really said what they were doing. What kind of timers do we want, people? I am here for you. Whatever you want. I am here. You tell me what you want. I will make it happen. Oh, you already picked it up? Awesome. Yeah. I love that book. And then Nikki was talking about one on Charlie's stream a while ago that I have. That was really helpful too. All I remember is that it's green, but it's up there. Not out the window. It's in my bookcase. So I don't know what it is. Okay. So 20 works for you. That is awesome. Okay. Let me go to the 20s. Because I put that 5-minute timer up, so I don't have another timer ready. Share screen. Timer. Alright, let me get it down to 20. Down to 20. Too far. Alright. So we'll get a 20 started, get some reading, get some writing, get whatever is good for you. 20 works for Jules as well. Awesome. Alright, so we'll get this going in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, how did we do? Let me stop the timer. Because the things want to do the things. Stop it. Stop, stop it. Ashley, right when we were doing the timer, said thank you for choosing the 20. So she can get the baby into bed, wants to run and do the playing. I do remember putting Kira in bed and like coming in a few minutes later and she'd be like playing or she'd just like run out of the bed and I'd be like, alright, it's time for bed. Jennifer said I have not. I just typed that in to look. I haven't even heard of that book. I've heard of David Corbett. I have a few of his. Because I have The Art of Writing by him. But I haven't heard The Art of Character. I will have to get that and add to my list when I get paid on Friday. I mean, he's a gifted writer, and he definitely, being an old private eye, probably knows characters a lot better than most of us, I would think. Making them memorable, anyway. And then Nana Nana came in. Hello, love. Stream hopping, trying to show all support. That is perfectly fine. We love you for it. When I made this stream, I did not know so many people streamed on Wednesdays. I just knew that I was trying to stay out of Sage's and Charlie's. So if I need to change, if y'all know, now that Devin's doing the playlist, if y'all know any day that like it's really light on playlists, I can always switch my data then. Totally up to you guys. This worked for my schedule, so I was all for that. I'm ordering stuff from Walmart now, hence the book. Oh, so do they have that? Oh, it's probably Walmart online, yeah. I was gonna say, do they have that at Walmart? That's kind of weird. 137 people have given it 4.5 stars, so it's only 418 pages. Oh, excuse me. Where that came from. He also has the Compass of Character. Creating complex motivation for compelling characters. I will have to add that to my TBR. Maybe we can, maybe if I read it and it's not just straight character, if it has like good things or something, maybe I can add that to the Writer's Workshop books or something. That might be cool. Ah, move the mouse. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I got it right here. I'll have to, the next sprint we do, I'll have to put it in my wish list on Amazon so that I can buy it Friday when I get paid. Oh, why the hell I'm yawning? I don't know. I'm not tired at all. Where is that one I found earlier that I really wanted to play? That's all the 5-minute ones. I don't want the 5-minute one. Her it is. To her it is. Let me get to 20. I gotta figure out how many pages I got read so I can tell you what I did. The kid kept coming in. So like I told you, we're like going through boxes and stuff. So she had a box out of my vehicle for her clothes, and I have a box for my clothes. And she's got on all these clothes that I gave her right before we moved. And I did not remember at all having given her. She's like, look what I found. Look what I found. See, I read 6 pages along with dealing with her. Asha says, I'm loving writing deep scene. It's been really helpful. I feel like I write deep scenes in general really well. As far as writing the scene itself, but I noticed between reading book 1 and editing book 2 that I have always been kind of dialogue heavy. And I know this, but I think probably in book 4, I think after all this book 2 and book 1 gets redone and the audio comes out and all that, I think what I'm going to do is just take a month off and read books about character and about dialogue and take as many notes as I can on top of our writer's workshop books and just try to, because I know my characters really well. I just feel like I need to flesh them out on paper more. So that's definitely something I need to work on. But to do that, I need to read the books about it. So I feel like I've just like skimmed the surface of the writing books I need to work on to help me with my writing. But I don't think I've written anything bad enough to like that isn't good without reading them, if that makes sense. Alright, so we will start another 20 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, that was our second 20. How did everybody do? What are you saying, Frog? Can't tell if my child is singing or what she's doing. Not even gonna repeat that. Hi, Laura. I was on your stream a little bit earlier. No.
Okay.
I just heard your.
Should I do another row of blue?
Inside or outside?
Inside.
Yeah.
And then go to white.
Check on yellow.
And then go to white.
What is this? Earrings? Hairdo?
Earrings.
What is it?
Those would be cute as hair ties then. Earrings.
Oh, I was thinking you were making an pump.
There's no point.
I do. I don't know. How little are the white ones?
They're tiny.
I know they're tiny. That's why they're tiny.
I'll go get them.
My child is making herself some earrings. She can't ever just make anything herself. She has to have my opinion.
Yeah, get over it.
Well, I'm sorry if it makes you want to pee or sleep, but it is so relaxing. Okay, those aren't the kind of small I thought they were.
They're tiny.
Yeah, they're no tinier than the earrings I'm making. It's up to you, but
No, it's not up to me. Just those.
It would look pretty either way.
Don't do that to me.
Trying to make her own decisions up.
No,
it's not
because,
happening.
No, because I don't.
Okay, so would y'all do another thing of blue before you did these little bitty white beads? Or would you leave it like that and do like a big, that's about a finger size hole?
Yeah. And just
all of the white
beads. Whole
beads.
white. And then I could do like a blue in the middle or something.
That's what I would do personally.
What you would do?
I would do.
That would look good.
I would do the white all the way around and then put a blue on top of it to kind of stick out some.
Not on top, but. Oh, you mean do it like all the way around and then put a blue bead on top?
Yeah.
Wait, sticking up or sideways?
Because
if I wanted
like this.
If it was, I couldn't do it like that. Then I'd have to leave a gap. I couldn't do it sticking up. It wouldn't look right.
Either way would look
see
good.
The thread.
Either way would look good because it's a big bead, so you'd have a small one in the middle of it.
No, if I made hair ties or I made the flu as you call it.
The umpum.
Yeah, the humpum.
Umpum.
Then I would go down a rabbit hole.
Hey, street frogs.
I'd have a whole regalia set.
Everybody's hopping. Like you.
I don't get it.
They stream hop. We got the Divine Devin.
Hello, Divine Devin.
Everybody is streaming. Hey, we got a Charlie.
Hello. Hi.
Whoa. How are you doing, love?
I have so much anxious anxiety energy in me, I feel like I'm going to explode.
Thank you.
It's been me all day.
Other than that, I'm fine.
I know, right? It drove me to drinking.
I am desperately trying not to do that because I am somebody who self-medicates. And that is the thing what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I chose the wrong week to quit nicotine.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, it'll be great. I stopped the hi hubby. Yeah, I told Devin or told Jayce, I was like, yeah, I stopped. Like I last of what I had was right before your stream. No more. And then I was watching C-SPAN when today started, and it was like, this is the wrong day for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes, I need Yoda for hugs right now. You just give me Yoda through your stream. That'd be great.
he even says
Yoda one for me.
I like that.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, the good news is I'm partially through the first High Republic book, and it's not bad.
Nice.
I'm holding off my reservations because I feel like it's going to have a twist ending. Am I the only one? Do you feel like it's going to have a twist ending?
Yeah, I'm thinking
like,
yeah.
And it's really going to depend on how that twist pays off.
This is very important.
Too many characters have made the statement of, this can't be exactly what it appears to be.
Or whatever the life forms are.
So, yeah, I'm kind of at the point of like, oh, you've said this too many times, so this definitely isn't what it appears to be. So, what is it? Just tell me. But I did learn one fun fact. Master Yoda has been Master Yoda for at least 400 years by the time we meet him in the prequel trilogy. Because these books are set 400 years before that. We know that he was 900 years old when he died. And in here, there's a reference to, we wish Master Yoda was here. Or remember your teachings from Master Yoda. That's another one. Yeah, remember your teachings from Master Yoda. And we were both like,
dude,
Master, he was a master that long. So
that's crazy. I guess I never really thought about that. I mean, I knew how old he was when he died, but like, I'm not into it enough to like.
Yeah, to realize how long he'd been a master, which is why, everyone just deferred to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of have Grandmaster at that point.
Which I'm really curious, especially since they've already announced that they're doing a movie in this setting. Like,
I feel like how they did the Mandalorian with the baby. You need a baby like for each one of the characters. Like
I wouldn't.
All the non-human characters need their own little baby story.
I would be fine with that.
Are you serious? Another Amber Alert?
Goodness.
That's the second one today in 2 days straight.
Yeah, I'm going to figure this out. Anyway.
I love how my iPhone goes off and not my phone sitting right here beside me.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to go
wonder why I told you don't go on the trail without me.
Hammurabi. I want to try.
Ooh.
Hammurabi with
the Void Singers?
Well, no, with the ground deals. The ley lines. Because that's like so. It's going to require so much methodical.
That's true.
Calculated.
This is our different coping mechanisms. I'm just like, I have to see if I can maybe make a story out of all this anxious energy. And he's just like, I'm going to create the great peacemaker in Civ 6 and win through diplomacy.
Non-combat precision.
And engage in non-combat precision.
I just feel like the ultimate "I told you so" moment. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Like, literally, because like I remember 3 months back, and Katie Tour asked somebody what they felt about the election, and they were like, "We'll just have to come to arms. I'll defend my country." And she's like, "Does that mean with guns?" And he goes, "If I need to." And you didn't see this coming?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it all could be summed up in Star Wars, actually. I was like, you think about it, fear. They drive everyone with
Yep.
fear. What is
Fear and desire drives the world.
They fed all that
Fear leads to hatred.
and
Hatred.
anger and hatred.
Mhm.
Maggie beat you to that on my stream.
Yeah.
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 Maggie already pulled that one because Maggie is brilliant.
That's the thing, is it does.
Fear and desire rule the world. Laura says, I need to paint my little piece
All
from
right.
Spirited Away.
Fighting chance in case
I love Spirited Away.
Well, maybe they
Mama Wrights
All
came
right.
in. Jennifer asking about Danny.
I had a cat just dive at me and missed. That's the problem. She ran around the corner, left at me, and hit the door.
Did
It's
I
a
come
bouncy cat.
in here with my glasses on?
I don't know.
Mama
we
Wrights is doing homework. We started this sprint with me helping Kira with her history.
I might have to go in the other room and get my glasses at the next one. I thought I had them on my face.
Beck says that Danny's doing much better, home and relaxing. It's not a stream without the Devin.
Well,
Ribbit.
hail the blessed Tugwaddle.
Tugwaddle. It jumped massive. Where was I at? Tugwaddle.
I can't be wrong.
Ashley says the brain is focusing, but for ADHD, brain loves white noise.
Oh,
Kitty cats.
thank you.
You're welcome.
You being sweet and bringing me my glasses. Yay.
Dinner from the cats.
And
Hey,
sitting my
Kira.
dinner
From Jayce.
Want to come see what they said now that I'm caught up? Your layers. Beck says blue in the middle. Ashley says 2 layers of white and 1 layer of blue.
I'm confused.
The blue one in the middle.
Mm-hmm. The one
And
blue one in
then-
the middle?
Yeah. And then 2 layers of white. And then the 1 layer of blue. The one blue in the middle.
Oh my god, what? Okay. Show me.
2 circles of white and then the blue in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I
it?
showed you, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Rain is a white noise of love for me. That's why I love to move. That's why I loved it when we moved here. That's it. How was your fried chicken, Charlie?
It was really, really messed up and wrong, but it was good. We ordered a box of extra crispy, and it was like 2 extra crispy wings and a bunch of original recipe thighs. Which I'm fine with, but like not what we ordered.
Devin should have started his schedule of streams like a month ago, so I would know that Wednesday nights have a lot of streams, and I wouldn't have done a Wednesday night stream. So I can always do like a Thursday night or a whatever night. Master Shango says, hi, Charlie.
Where's the light?
Hello.
The lighter, I don't know where I put it. I cleaned. That should tell you there's no telling where it's at. I know. Mom, why'd I clean? I know. Mr. Face, says Laura.
I thought we would be done quicker, but I wasn't.
Whoa.
Ashley says, I've been hiding craft books and The Sims 4. Oh, dang. Is this a bad time to... Yes, it is. I didn't expect it to go that bad. We're always feeling froggy. I live with a frog.
Oh my god, I just left.
No, they said we're feeling froggy tonight because they're stream hopping, and you
Oh
are
my
my frog,
gosh, I
so
thought
I'm
you
always
were
frogging.
I was like, I just
No, I'm
left.
not calling you. See, she heard frog. She thought I called her. Yes. See, I quit the nicotine, but I got the beer.
As a recovering addict, today has been one of the hardest days, and like, thank God I never leave the house.
Like, I'm glad that I can make noise and movements on my end of the camper and it not wake anybody up because my leg is like, I've gone since Sunday without perfectly fine. Just a little bit of a headache. And then today, I'm like, where's it at?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to put a picture on Instagram for your no face for your journal. I want to see the no face.
Yes. I love no face.
Yoda was older than the trees. Yoda needs Nana loves. Hugs do you love? It's so cute.
He's very huggable, and that's what I like about him. He's very huggable.
See, he looks like he wouldn't be. He looks like he'd be hard stuffed.
See, his feet, that's what they did that was really smart. Like from here down, like the feet, these are solid.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of him, he's squishy.
His head just looks so big. I'd feel like if he was squishy, then he wouldn't like be very stand-upable. Yes, I said that. That's a word now. Stand-upable. And Nikki came in. Hello, love. And Alley Cat. Hello, hello. Purple wallpaper.
Yes, I've got my purple lights back. It makes me very happy.
Wednesdays are how not will Nana give exercise, but the stream hopping counts. It's been a long time since Bex has seen Alley Cat. Penumbra says, I'm not answering the phone of checking any other social media because I can't handle it anymore. Same. What sucks is I came home and my daughter had been watching it and I was like, okay, you know everything about it. Like, I can just relax. And then my mom come home. We had the news on. And she's like, what happened? I forget she can't have her phone at work. That's
what took so long for me to get done with dinner is the hubby was at the restaurant. So he was working to the whole thing and he wanted a full recap. And I gave it to him. Because even during the stream, I had the news running on the TV, so I could see and had the closed captioning on. Yeah. I mean, it sucks because before they, like, fully stormed everything, I was watching it on C-SPAN, and they kept the live stream on C-SPAN up until they started trying to tear down the door and the girl got shot. So, I hope that guy goes to jail. Because it was from a guy beating in the door with a rifle and it went off. That's how she got shot. You know, because safety apparently isn't a thing. Who beats a door with a gun and doesn't have their safety on? Well, I'm just saying, like, the brilliance of these people. Like, the one video that I will never forget to my dying day was the reporter saw this girl sitting, and I say girl, she was probably around my age, sitting on the corner of the street, like crying. Her eyes are red. And he's just like, what happened to you? And he's like, well, we came here for the revolution and I didn't know there would be pain. Wait. Excuse me. like, I need the emoji. Yeah. Put that on the screen. For revolution? But didn't think that... Yeah, the Boston Massacre, they made them all eat jelly donuts until they were so stuffed they fell down on the ground. The Tea Party, they just took markers and colored them. It wasn't hot pitch tar. It wasn't, no. It's so pleasant. It's like, ugh. People are so... And you just proved the IQ that I expected from the people at these events. Like, you just proved it. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, what got me is everybody keeps saying, where were the police and how did they get through? And okay, I understand, like, they're like, oh, well, they should have been used to this. There's protests all the time. And then even freaking Al Sharpton came on and was like, yeah, we did protest, but we were respectful because we didn't want to get shot. And we did not throw things. And we did not bring our own tear gas. And
all this stuff. Like, that's the kind of things they're used to, not no holds barred.
I will say there is video that I need a good, strong explanation for of Capitol Police opening one of the barriers. And
yeah, there are a few pictures. I'm like, yeah.
Like, why are you taking selfies with them? Like, get them out of the building.
Yeah.
But
hi, Gaza.
I just realized the dog came in here with me. Like, I hear a noise down there. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's down by my feet. Oh, there's a doggy. Okay.
Bex's grandson calls me squishy because of her belly. That is where a 5-year-old squishes. Even I get called squishy from a 5-year-old. It has been a while, Allie. Glad you're here, though. I miss seeing you. Sad face Yoda.
This is somber face. It's actually the light. It's the lighting. If I put him back in his normal spot and he has the light from the other side, he suddenly smiles.
Then he's suddenly not headed.
See, smiling.
The angle.
It's all about the camera angle.
Yeah. I don't know about defunded, but I know there's only about 50 to 60 of the police, like, for that building, for the Capitol building. And so you got to figure, even if all 50 were, like, there, it's like, what? A couple thousand people bombarding them at once.
And I know from a friend of mine in the National Guard out there that they received explicit instructions to stand down early on.
Yeah. Well, and they were already scheduled for secondary somewhere else. And so what a lot of people don't understand is the reason they were the last to show up is because once you're on orders, you have to go through the Pentagon to get new orders made to cancel the orders you're on. You can't just call them up if they're already on orders.
Sasha, say hi. You going to say hi? You're just going to sit and glare
He's
at
like,
me?
I don't know what you're doing.
I tried.
Yeah. My mom said that they had protests at the Capitol building in Nebraska. And my neighbor said they had some here in Olympia at the Capitol building. So I feel like my video telling 2020 to go hug itself was meant for all of us now.
Yeah.
We all just need to just hug ourselves and rock back and forth and get in our happy place and just sing. You'll be okay.
I know I did watch a bunch of Phobias Forge videos. I was so upset. So today was my exciting day because having gotten my goals hit, Funko Pop arrived today. And so I have my Papa 4. I have my Papa 4. He's so cute and evil, and I love him. And I didn't even go over to do the unboxing. But anyway, he's here now.
So you hit life goals or writing goals or what?
One of my writing goals I hit last year, and he was just released.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. And the best part is they left on his tiny little mustache.
You're going to have to give me the link to that. I don't like poppables, but he is just too damn cute. I don't even know who he is, but he's too damn cute.
Now I have... Well, okay, I can't hold multiples because their feet are big. So I now have 2, Nihil, and 3 because they didn't make 1 or 3. I'm sorry. I have 4, 1, 2, and 0 because they didn't make 1 or 3.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. And it upsets me because.
So is all that the same character?
No, technically, okay. These 2 are his kids. He had 3 legitimate and 1 illegitimate kids.
Oh, okay.
And this is the illegitimate one. It's a big ass story, and I loves it. But
Alley Cat says they've been busy with college, and after that, kind of been trying to do a lot of fun stuff before I start school again next Tuesday. Oh no. I join streams when I'm not busy doing it usually. When is anybody not busy though? Really? It's just Penumbra says my friend in DC says they lost a third of their police force in the last 6 months. That's it's kind of like part of it is people leaving, period, and part of it is being downsized. So a little bit of both, from what I've heard. Stretch receives love in 3, 2, 1. Hi. And puppies. I got no puppy near me, so I just take the kitty. I know I woke you up. You hate me now.
Yeah, my plans, if possible, are to try to get some words done on the story that I didn't know I was writing, which is better than the one that I had planned to write. So, thank you, Sleeping Elves. I love you. And for anybody who missed my explanation of that, I did not break my word. I did not start a new project. When I opened the file, there was a completed chapter and an outline. And I liked it better than the one that I came up with.
So you just redid an already started one instead of starting a new one.
So it's not a new project. It's actually the project I was going to write, and apparently in the middle of the night wrote an outline for it that I don't remember, but I like it. So I'm blaming the elves. I'm blaming the elves.
I am so sorry.
Get something back.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that story freaks me out.
Remember, you're dropping scary stuff on me here. That's crazy.
And yeah.
What games are you playing, Alley Cat? Uh-oh, Alley Cat. Whoa, whoa. I knew you were thinking it.
Oh, you've always got to worry about the Tom Jones.
It seriously sounds like some Tesla crap. Just saying. I don't have a puppy near me either. He's sleeping at the moment. Yeah, you need. I'm with the number. You need to find out why they didn't make 1 and 3.
I really don't know, because 3 is the most popular one. Like 3 is the most popular character in the story. Like Papa 3, my little Pope Star, he is like near to dear to my heart, and I don't believe that a pillow can kill a vampire, so he's not dead.
A pillow
you can't
should not
beat a vampire with a pillow.
No, that's not how that works.
It's not how that works. He's not dead. His brother thinks he's dead, but he's not dead. You can't kill a vampire with a pillow.
Because I guess it depends on like what you say your vampires can and can't do. But at the same time, like they're not supposed to. Either they don't breathe often, or they don't need to breathe, or that just started itself. I have no idea why.
Well, on the Pale Face of Death tour, they actually had the coffins for all of them there for people to walk past as they entered the stadium, and a lot of people reported seeing the body of Papa 3 moving, that it would occasionally twitch, so that they may have put an animatronic in.
I would have just said, "Hey, it's cursed. Go for it."
Why
not?
I just need this album to drop because I need to know the next part of the story. Like, I need more.
There is a band called Dark Sarah, and I love that. If I was musically inclined, I would do the same thing. So what she does is she has all her songs, and they just sound like seemingly, you know, random songs. But then, like, she has a story inside the CD booklet that is an actual, like, written story about this girl named Sarah who, like, you know, falls into an alternate universe, and, like, things happen to her, and there's this dragon, and just, like, huge, like, mini story, and every album continues the story, and you're like, oh, I want to know the rest of the story. Forget the music. It's good, but I want the story.
The first time I ever encountered that was David Bowie's album Outside. Because the story in there was haunting and horrifying, and literally had a note to say when you should play each song, because each song was based on part of the story.
Oh, okay.
So when you're listening to the songs, they just sound like random music. Like, oh, it's a Bowie album. It's a little dark, but it's a Bowie album. Yeah. And then when you read the story and you see where the songs fit in, it's just like,
yeah, then you're like, whoa.
You know what you did.
Definitely. All right. Well, everybody, we've been talking. Does everybody want to do another sprint, or do we want to keep talking, or?
I just knew I was going to drive that one crazy if I sat in there randomly, like, alternating between doom scrolling and, like, watching really random videos that I know will make me happy.
That was my thing. It's like, I did not mean to find what I found today. I did not mean to accidentally stumble onto all of that. But then, like, I couldn't stop, of course, watching. And it was like, it's like a bad accident. And so then I came home and I'm like, I'm supposed to be editing my podcast. I'm supposed to be editing the cover reveal. I'm supposed to be doing a lot of things, but my mind says, screw that.
Yeah.
Like, I just wasn't in the right headspace for that.
I did get the podcast episode edited. So I don't know when I'm going to put it out, but I did get it edited.
Well, I got mine 2/3 of the way edited last night, and then I was going to finish it tonight and then send it to my marketing director who's sponsoring the video to see where she wanted to put the B-roll in at. And, because she has Filmora too, so she can just take it over and throw it in, send it back to me. But then this happened, and I was just like, my anxiety's up. I don't need my heart to have more issues. We're just gonna make it a chill night.
I'm just happy I didn't try to edit yesterday, because we had such a positive chat. We talked for 2 hours. And it was such a positive chat, and it was such a, like, good conversation that, and it was all about, like, why we felt things should be better, what we want to do this year, and, like, there was just so much, like, positivity to the whole thing.
Was this on your stream last night?
Yeah, this was the podcast that we did Monday. We recorded Monday.
I was gonna say, did you stream last night and I didn't know it?
No, we did. I did a stream on Monday for the new podcast on the second channel.
Oh, okay.
And we talked for like 2 hours, and it was great. And I was like, I'm going to edit this 2 hours down to like an hour and see what we get out of it, right? And I'm really glad I waited till today, because it was all of us, like, talking about how we grew from our struggles last year and what we want to do today. You know, what do we want to do now? And so in the midst of all the chaos, like, I'm hoping this episode could do for other people what it did for me, because listening to Laura's stories and, you know, Tom's stories and Glory's stories, like, helped me a lot to get through today. So I'm hoping it helps other people, but, like, I'm glad I put it off, because if I hadn't, I would have, you know, I don't know what I would have done today.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I just like, I don't know why. I just randomly was like, I want to watch you. I want to watch YouTube TV, and like, it just popped up. I'm like, fuck. It's like, I don't want to watch that. Let's watch C-SPAN. Fuck. Because I'm the nerd like that likes.
Yeah.
I like how that stuff works. I
Same.
don't like politics, but I like laws and history, so it kind of goes in. I was like, let's see what they say. Let's see how many like references to history they throw in. And yeah, like that's literally the only reason I was watching it. I didn't really care what they were saying, just like how many references to history they wanted to throw in. Don't ever watch C-SPAN.
I have to say, and I don't even like him, but Steny Hoyer's speech when they reopened Congress tonight, that was like, you spoke so I didn't have to, sir. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Like it was beautiful. It was eloquent. And I was just like, I don't even like you.
Yeah. I gotta say the first probably 5 to 6 speakers pretty much summed up everything everybody was feeling. And then past that, it was like, meh. Now we're back to the politics.
Yeah. And it was a strange... I'm not sure what G-Team is.
I don't know what G-Team is.
But you also have to remember I'm older than dirt, so...
We're almost the same age.
Visually, I find that hard to believe, but I will accept you and not call you out as an inveterate liar. I'm just going to go back into my cave.
I think as far as like our little streaming area, maybe me, you, and Jayce may be the oldest. I forget how old Sage is. I think it's me, you, and Jayce.
Because I've kind of gotten used to in most things here being like the one who's been here like the shortest and who is the oldest. Because
that's the name of the YouTube, I think.
Yeah, I don't know that channel.
No. I would have to go look it up. I have not either.
Though I think I'm going to try to illustrate the one story that I'm working on. Not like a lot of illustrations, but maybe like a picture every couple chapters or something. Because I kind of want to be drawing more. And I keep getting a lot of like imagery stuck in my head for it. So
see, I want to draw so bad. I love to draw, but I'm so horrible at it if I'm not like staring at the picture I'm wanting to draw.
Well, see, I might just cheat because I want to draw the pictures because I know how I want them to look. Mm-hmm. But at least for one of the characters, I have spent a long time making a 3D model of them. So I have a posable doll that I can put in any shape that in any pose I want and tell the computer, give me a picture. So I might cheat. But
Laura says, now I'm drawing and painting the baby-turned mouse being flown around the bitty bird from Spirited Away.
I love that movie so much.
I'm going to have to rewatch it now. Everybody's doing Spirited Away stuff. The channel's full of drama. Don't subscribe.
I don't know if Spirited Away is my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. Because I have like this weird soft spot for Kiki's Delivery Service. Like, I just love that movie. It's so cute. Like, I just love that movie so much. But like, if I had to like, I don't know, try to be like objective and like on like various quality things, I guess I would have to pick Spirited Away. But
I'm not going to answer that because I have a video coming out on my birthday that should tell you how old I am. I did the however many facts for how old you are.
Oh. I don't
But I got like
facts about me.
But I went like weird. I didn't do just like generic facts. I thought of everything I've ever said on here and only told facts that I don't believe I've ever said online.
See, I couldn't play that game because somebody would call me out because I've been podcasting for 13 years. So I have no idea what I've said about myself.
But see, I've been on the YouTube sphere for 4 years now. So I really had to think. I even went back and watched some videos where I was like, I think I said that in this video. No, okay, maybe I did. Greetings and hallucinations, Key. Yeah, Tessa's probably the oldest.
Of the ones that I know, probably, yeah.
The media is just the circus of Rome reincarnated. I believe someone spoke about Rome and the Republic and the fall of it tonight when they open back up. So Mama says, honestly, I feel like I should be reacting more to the situation, but it's not taking me by surprise at all. I don't think it's taking any of us by surprise. So I'm kind of sitting here doing busy work, feeling like that comic with the dog in the fire.
Well, see, what set off my anxiety is, y'all know, from anybody who's been to my streams know, like, crazy stuff happens around here where I live. And like right when everything started going nuts, I live right by the fire station. And one by one, all of the fire trucks went out somewhere. And I'm just like, what did these idiots in town do? Like, that just like turned my anxiety on, because all of a sudden it wasn't just like a fire truck got called out, but one by one, I heard them going off in different directions. And I was just like, oh God, what did these people do now? What have they done? No.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Jules, I think half of the state things are gonna fail now because of today's events. Because when they reconvened and they did Arizona right before I got on, only one of the senators that said they were gonna object actually objected. The rest of them said, because of what happened today, I'm not doing this.
Well, I know Senator Hawley, who is from my horrible little state, a recall petition when everything started going down, because there's film of him standing, cheering on and waving to the people, and a recall petition
for him
started circulating for the state to recall him from office. And I noticed he very quickly started changing his tune, because they went,
until he got back in there. Yeah, he still objected to Arizona. See, I wasn't trying to say names. Yeah, no.
I'll out that one.
I work in...
I've met him. I know him.
I work in a warehouse district and industrial district. So, like... And there's nothing to hear like one helicopter going over every day from one side of town to the other. But it was like I heard one, and then I heard another one, and then I'm like, what is going on now? Holy crap. And I call my daughter. It's like, where are you at? And she's like, I'm at the house doing homework. And I was like, okay, go over to the neighbors. We have people that like him in our area and in our little area we live in. I don't trust them. Just being safe. Go to an adult. Stay with an adult. It's like, I can just get out the knife. No.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. I've raised my daughter well. I can just get the knives. No. Key, why do you hurt? And it's not hard to hallucinate when you can't think, because that means you can't think straight, which makes it easier to hallucinate.
As someone who was once a semi-professional hallucinator, hallucinations easy. Stopping the hallucinations, that's hard. That's the tricky wiki.
It's bad when you know exactly how long you have to stay up to hit hallucination status.
Oh, I know that one too.
I learned that one. I think I'm just going to go to bed early, but I wanted to stop and say hi and stroke the thumbs up gently with love. We love you too. Key, get to feeling better. Why are you in pain is what I want to know. Penumbra's sad you're in pain too.
Yeah.
Did you work out or is it just your typical pain? Did you do something to cause it to flare up? We don't want you hurting yourself.
Is
I
there
do
a
that
gremlin
enough
that
for
we need to
all
go
of
and
us.
kill? If there's a gremlin that needs to be thrown into a blender, I'm very happy to do that right now.
I have hurt myself enough for everyone here this year, not last year. Still healing this year. If you need to hurt yourself, just think about me and say, I already took care of it for you. Good. With what Penumbra said earlier on the other, when she was on Laura's channel, it's just like, yeah, I think 2021 just told 2020 to hold its beer and watch this. So I'm
please
that.
don't say that. Please don't say that. There was an outbreak of bird flu in India. Don't say that. Use your power wisely.
Well, I was just gonna say, so let's hope that doesn't happen, because I really would like to move and not die, because the state I'm moving to is not known for its smartness in things like everything going on now. We don't need a bird flu added to not take care of this.
Yeah, the state I'm living in is not known for anything. Like, I was trying to explain that to people on the stream the other day. I was like, no, we're the show me state because we're all inveterate liars. Like, that's the problem with this state, is like, you just know when somebody tells you something that they're probably lying, which is why we are the show me state. Like, no, I know you're not telling the truth. Show me. Prove it. Prove it.
It's not the show me like you think.
Yeah, it's not the show me like you think. It's the, yeah, right. Show me.
Yeah. That's about the way I am with my job. I don't trust you anymore. Show me. But then I was also raised, and I know you probably were too, what a person does is a lot more honest than what they say.
Yep.
Not what you say, is what you do. So
when a person shows you who they are, believe them.
Very true. Very true. Hallie says, I promise I'm still here as well. I'm just on 2 streams while distracted by music that I'm playing. I don't know how y'all do that. How are you? I can do a stream if like it is exactly one person's talking while one person's writing and back and forth. Because I can either mute the person talking or I can mute the writing.
So the hubby came home the other day and I had one stream on the TV, one stream going on, 2 streams going on my laptop and one stream going on my phone. And he's like, you have no idea what's going on in them. And then one by one, I told him what was going on. And then he selectively paid attention to each one. He was like, how the hell do you do that? I was like, I don't know. ADHD. It calms me.
I mean, I could hear everybody talking and it would be like I was back home. Like having 7 aunts have different conversations and then my uncle's over here talking about hunting. I would feel at home. But I mean, how do you get anything done? I like the noise. Because then how do you listen to somebody while you're, I don't know. It's the thing, I guess. I don't know. It's the thing. So what story are you going to work on next?
So the story that I'm working on is the Blackwood Abbey story. It's a for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say it's a magic school story because that makes it a lot simpler. It's actually the story that leads into the one that I was writing last summer because I kept writing a bunch of flashback chapters, like way too many flashback chapters. And I was like, maybe I should just tell that story. Like,
is there such thing as like too many stories though? Flashback stories.
This was getting to the point where, like, yeah, Like at one point, I'm still going to actually include it that way, but in this series of novellas, the entire second novella is a flashback.
Mm.
And I wanted to actually move it back to this time period and tell it in sync with this. But a lot of the events in the story don't make sense in a way until you see what happens afterwards. And then the context of the results of everything that you're about to see makes what happened make more sense. If that,
no, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
So that one I'm leaving that way, but it got to be very kind of flip floppy in that it was basically one was happening in modern day, one was happening like 10 years before, and it just kept flipping back and forth. And I was like, a lot of the ones that happened 10 years before could just be collated together and shoved forward and be their own standalone story. It would actually make more sense as their own standalone story. So that's the thing what I'm doing. And it's going to have a very wide range of age groups for the characters, which is going to be interesting. Because it's technically a story about the Blackwood family. And so you have Michael, who at this point in the story, I think is about 420, and his youngest brother, who is like 11.
Quite the age gap.
Quite the age gap. Immortals, they're fun.
Right. I think Jayce gave me so many different like spin-offs for Unknown Family that I'm just like, I don't know. I got this random idea of like, instead of doing, because nothing against anybody that does it, because I've read some amazing stories, but for me, I can't do fan fiction because I can't make myself write a story that I will never like try to publish as like, and I know there are starting to be a lot of fanfic sites to publish, but I mean like book form publish. And so I got this idea of like just slowly releasing parts of a story to my newsletter readers and like add to the story every time and just give them the link to the Google Doc. I don't know.
Yeah,
because I don't think it's gonna be a short story by the end of it.
I actually started writing fan fiction again because there's this evil demon that lives in my head that becomes super business Charlie. And when that happens, that means I'm about to do something very stupid. I'm going to work myself into like full on depression. Like I have to be very careful with it. And I made myself start doing fan fiction just so I have a project that has no commercial anything associated with it. So I can remember, hey, idiot, you also write because you like it.
But I feel like that's why I write in my journal. And that's why, like, people think, like, I have 4 of these because I'm just, like, an atypical person. But this is, like, therapeutic. Writing down everything in my head onto paper is, like, super therapeutic for me. To the point of, like,
I'm not sure about the future of some of my journals because I had I wrote one thing in the journal that I was like, wow, that really like changed my way I think about a lot of things. And I typed it up and sent it to a couple people and they're like, you should publish that. And I'm just like, oh God, no.
Don't tell me. And then I have like, I create my own little reading one.
That's awesome.
I like just making art.
Yep.
This is my reading tracker one I made. So
I love doing collages. I miss doing collages.
Yep.
Collages so now, is a very underestimated art form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I like doing vision boards and stuff. But I think since instead of doing all the books I was going to read that I anticipated for 2021, And I've got all these books I've got to read before we move to see if I want to keep them or not. Mom's like, you're at least going to read them. If you keep them, at least you know you like them. Not moving books you don't know if you're going to like. Fair point. So I think now I'm going to have to like take a picture of all of them or find them and print the covers of them so I can write about them and do something with them. I don't know yet.
Yeah, something. I am desperately trying to reteach myself to read for pleasure. That's a skill that I lost, and I'm trying to regain it. Because, again, this is part of the evil business, Charlie. Like, I got to the point where I would only read something if I thought it would be good for a review.
Same. And then I just began to hate to read.
Yep.
And then this year, like, I went from doing that in 2019 to being completely full with book 2, book 3, book 4 for last year. And I'm just like, that's the way I was this year. I was like, I pre-ordered every Christine Feehan and every Gina Showalter, and I'm going to read them, and I'm going to make myself read and love to read again. And here I have 3 I haven't read, and the next book comes out the same day as my book. So I'm going to be a little busy can't read it.
It's like, that's the thing. Like, in the last couple of weeks, I've read probably 4 or 5 books, but they were all work related. They were all like things I either needed for a skill or because I needed to be able to talk about it at the next meeting thingy.
Yeah. See, we've got our writing workshop book, and then I've got the 3 Christine Feehan books. So January's done. January's taken. So then in February, I'll start all the books in the box. Hopefully I can get rid of a box or 2. They're books I didn't buy, so if I throw them away or if I put them in the reading library, it won't kill me.
That's the next project, because since we're moving, we're switching, we're reutilizing rooms in the house, so we're switching. And as we're moving my books into the office, I'm grabbing the craft books out that I know I'm not going to read again. Because like there are some that I go back to every now and then because there was like a thing in there that was worded so well that I want to like read it and like more than I want to copy and paste out into my journal. Like there's just some that,
That's also say, why don't you just write it down and throw it away?
But there are a bunch that I know I'm never going to use again. And so I've been trying to find people that want them to give them away so they have good homes.
You were to do Amy Texada. She had a bunch of books like that she wanted to get rid of. And she just took a picture of them and put them on Instagram and said, if anybody wants these books, contact me and tell me which one you want.
I might do that. I also have a lot of old just books that I know I'm not going to reread.
Yeah, she did that with a couple notebooks. She did it with craft books. I did it with 2 Brandon Sanderson books that I had that I didn't want anymore.
And there's the books on the shelf over there I really want to get rid of, but I'm not for the sentimental value.
Like I said, I may get rid of 1 or 2 books, boxes of books, because I haven't read them. But what will probably happen is those 2 boxes will turn into just 1 box. Because I got to have a library like this someday. The number says it gives all the different mental paths something to do when many things are happening at once. Writing is the only thing that keeps me from screaming from a stroke aftermath. Medications don't work, so I focus on writing, so I don't focus on the constant pain. I get that one. I have to read when I am in my mom or my neighbor's truck. Because even with a pillow, I get so bad motion sickness. Like if I look outside, I see the vehicle moving. If I look in the vehicle, I see the vehicle moving. But if I look at the book, I can focus on the words and I don't see the book moving, the words moving, the vehicle moving, any of that.
I'm so the opposite of that.
Let's go check phone. Laura posted
her
I
know.
picture.
That's why I just grabbed my phone.
I was like, I know.
I was like, I have to see this now.
Laura,
the girl
put your
days?
Laura, put your Insta in case nobody knows. They can go subscribe and see the
That is
Insta.
so good. Okay, I have no money, but how much do you charge for like illustrations? I need to know how much money to raise.
Facts.
I need to know how much money to raise.
Dude.
Because I may have a project over here in the purple notebook that needs a bunch of artwork done.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Show the peoples. Look, that's what Kira did.
That's really cool. That's all beaded, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that
she makes her own earrings and albums, and she's gonna like make her whole. She's trying to practice to do her whole your whole regalia. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say you're trying to do the whole regalia yourself.
Yeah, because they're expensive.
Yeah, I know they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she wants to do her whole powwow dress herself.
The only thing I'll have to do though is I'll have to get my own. I'll have to buy moccasins.
See?
And then bead them. Thank you, and I love your axolotl. It's really cute.
Axolotl.
I love axolotls. They're adorable.
Ashley said.
Thank you. I like your ducks too.
Okay, Larry, you're not an illustrator. I can get you some, especially for the tugwaddles. I can get you some pictures of some guinea pigs if you can put them in robes. That's that's the thing. I've got a lot of pictures of guinea pigs. What need me? I need a lot of tugwaddle pictures. There's two in particular that I've been desperately trying to do, but my guinea pigs look too hamsterish.
My other ones.
I don't think they look that bad. Marla says my new book series. My new book scares the pants off me. It's like right under Laura's pictures.
Also made these.
Oh god. Oh, you gonna show them? Yeah, this is the first one she did.
That's the second pair.
Second pair you did?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And this
so
is
it's got the two colors of blue.
First pair I ever did.
I used to do a lot of jewelry making, and I love, but the beaded stuff.
It's green, so you can't like. No, it's because it's a green screen, babe.
It's a green screen. It actually looks really cool, because it's like especially when
it does. It looks really cool.
The magic medallion of awesome.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I made TikTok. Come on.
YouTube be quaking.
Oh god. See,
Yeah.
she could do the tugwaddles.
What are tugwaddles?
It is my mistake for Devin's name, that guy with all the links, that then Charlie took and turned into these cute little things that Devin said is his favorite animal.
Oh, guinea pigs and robes?
Guinea pigs. And then the story, they have Jedi robes, apparently.
There's one group of tugwaddles right on there.
No, I just have to make the other one.
Why do they need Jedi robes?
Oh no, there's all different kinds. They all have different things that they do, but a lot of them wear robes because they have to hide who they are, because everyone knows that a tugwaddle has wisdom and they don't like being bothered all the time.
That
so they often wear a robe so they can pull it over the cowl over their head so they don't get noticed.
That would make sense.
It might make you a pair for your birthday.
If you make me a pair,
everybody knows that a tugwaddle knows everything. When in doubt, seek out the blessed tugwaddle.
Because I like mine bigger than yours.
Well, I thought because I'm still small, so
No, that's fine for you. I said I like my earrings bigger than yours, so I would want one more circle.
Okay.
Oh, Nana says, I'm going to have to bid you good night. Hope you have a wonderful night and a great day tomorrow. Hugs and loves to you all. I think I would be up for it. Okay. Well, we could do that. She said beautiful earrings.
They're really pretty. And I'm just amazed because I know how tricky working with those little seed beads is. Like, that's...
I do have an actual Patreon. I don't know how to use it, so that would be probably why there's no support option on it. I have the, like, I thought I had, like, the tiers set up. I don't know. That's part of my 20.
I think they added a thing where you actually have to... There's a save and a publish now, I think.
Oh.
So you may have saved them. They may be there, but they may not be published.
That might be true. I'll have to go check that out. I'll let you know. Stay
Though, I will say, if she has a coffee, gift her a coffee. They have better returns.
I'm creating one of those this weekend.
Because they take basically... Patreon takes a commission fee out, and coffee does not. You only have to pay the credit card processing charges, which is why they have a gold membership where you can actually help them make more money, and they give you more features. But
see, I hadn't heard of coffee before, except for QWERTY had one. And then you mentioned it, and a couple other people mentioned it the same week. And I was like, I've got to go figure out what the hell this thing is.
And unlike Patreon, coffee does not collect it all up. The moment somebody gives it to you, they send it directly to your account. So...
Well, I will have to put that on my Saturday figure it out stuff to do.
And the one feature that I'm going to be using is they have both a name your own price feature in the coffee shop, so that you can put stuff up there and people can pay you whatever they think is appropriate. And they have the ability to set the gifts, the free stuff that you put in, to anyone who has donated, not just to people that give you monthly support. So if somebody gives you $5, even if they're not a monthly $5 a month person, they can still get all the stuff for that month because they just gave you the money.
Okay.
So, which I also really like, because some people don't have the money to do a monthly thing, but they can do like a one-off, especially if they want whatever the reward is for that month, you know.
So what are the colors of the fur of the Tugwattles?
They're guinea pig colors, so like various shades of brown with the white. Like Devin said guinea pigs, and so I have guinea pig the hell out of them. Like they actually have different numbers of fingers and toes, because guinea pigs have different numbers of...
You did go
on
on
their
your
front paws
research.
and back paws.
I will say that you did go all out on research.
Yeah, I like completely deep dove into guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Like, I learned a lot about guinea pigs and guinea pig anatomy and like guinea pig socializations, and like I did a deep dive.
That's the first time I figured out what you were doing. You were like, I hope you like this, Devin, because I'm working hard on it.
I got obsessed. Like it's at least in draft 1 of the RPG, they are more fleshed out than any of the playable races, because I just became obsessed. I've written like 6,000 words on just the Tugwattles and their culture. Like I wrote up their like rituals as they like grow up, and like they're the different things. Like I have invested a lot into them. I got obsessed.
So Devin is saying that he is either guinea pig or a Tugwattle. I mean, we know he is the Tugwattle, but
all Tugwattles have a lantern and on a chain, which is actually very important to the story.
Okay. I'm going to have to remember this stuff for like all the important details.
And the lanterns are different for each one. It's actually a part of their coming of age.
Like different color, different kind, different size?
Yes, all the above.
All the above. Okay.
Because they literally are... They go through a rite of initiation where they stand in the light of one of the various deities of the world, and when they leave said building, they're not allowed to leave the room until their lantern manifests.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking something about like the rite of passage you were trying to create that one night you were streaming.
The chain, they have their chain, the chain of emenesis, because that is the most overwritten word in the world, and I love it. It just means remembrance, but it's long and obnoxious, and it sounds like something that should be in a fantasy book. So, chain of emenesis.
Don't you love words like that you
Yeah.
just like make people feel stupid and it's just an easy word?
Or make people like sure you made it up, because that sounds like a fake fantasy word. Like, and the Tugwaddle removed their chain of emenesis. You're like, oh, you totally made that word up. Nope, real word.
The scary thing is as a punishment when I used to get in trouble.
Either or both. It really does depend on the person.
Paper lanterns, wouldn't that just burn?
I know of one character important to the story that actually does have a paper lantern.
No, so my stepdad used to actually, as punishment, make me copy the dictionary. And so I learned a lot of words that I would then try to use on my teachers, which they did not like. The kids were just like, okay, you got in trouble again. And the teachers were like, are you trying to be a smart ass? Yeah, but still. Might as well fucking use them.
See, being from where I'm from, I have a mild obsession with Mark Twain. And in his seminal work that not enough people outside the region have read, which is lovingly titled Why I Hate Benjamin Fenimore Cooper, he wrote a wonderful list of the 10 things that all writers must do. And I used to like recite that back in class and use it as an example of why I didn't like one of the books that we had to read. And the teacher really did not like it that I was able to cite Mark Twain as the literary source for the criticism that I was bringing to her selections.
I mean, if the man's right, the man's right.
I'm just saying, we were always told that we had to cite our sources. And
you too, Jules, huh? Yeah. I think that's the first time I actually started to like to write. I was just like, fuck it, I've already started doing it.
See,
it
that
was
wouldn't have worked on me. That wouldn't have worked on me because I'm the idiot who read I'm that kid from school who read the dictionary for fun and read encyclopedia.
I did too.
So but that would not have worked as punishment.
But reading it is one thing. Having to write it,
It took forever for my parents to realize sending me to my room was not a punishment because I lived in my imagination. Like, go to the kitchen and wash dishes. Dang it!
My parents would take all my toys. I knew that they had figured it out. My parents would take all my toys and then wonder why I was perfectly silent, and they would think I was sleeping, and I'm just like, no, just thinking. Just thinking.
I remember I used to like just play imaginary games in church as a kid, and my mom would like get after me for not paying attention to the preacher. And then one day in the middle of church, I'm sitting there like doodling or doing something, and I just looked up at her and I was like, he preached this sermon 3 weeks ago and he doesn't think that we're going to notice. And just went back to what I was doing. And she had one of those, preacher, the kid said the darndest thing moments with him. And he was just like, oh, I didn't think anybody would notice. I was really busy. And that's when like the jaw drop moment of, wait a minute, you actually are paying attention with all your weird distractions? Yes.
Kind of how I operate, Mom.
I see all.
Yeah. I get mad sometimes my kids like that. She's like, you were talking about this and this and this. Can I go back to what I was doing?
Yeah.
Fine. I guess. The number says I finished chapter 9 of Ghosts with Hope. It's on Inkit, but need to write chapter 10 and 11 before the next big event. I'm going to soak and then sleep. Be blessed, love. Have a good night.
I want to soak.
I wish I could.
Bathtub big enough to soak in.
Facts, dude. I want the biggest fucking jacuzzi ever.
We keep joking that we're just going to buy one of the kiddie pools, like plastic kiddie pools, and just put it out on the deck. And when it's warm, just like put water in it and use it just for soaks. Like,
you laugh. That's what I used to do.
Yeah,
And here.
We've actually started doing the math and onto whether or not the deck has enough supports underneath it to be load bearing for that, or if we need to put more in.
My daughter used to have one of those like 3-tier blow ups, and it was just big enough for her to swim. But I'd like get done working on the house and I'd be like, I just want to soak my muscles. Oh, warm water. She's like, Mom, I want to swim. You're in the way. Swim later. Mommy needs a soak.
I'm one of those people. I would live in water if I could.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Spence. Nice you come in. My punishment this one time, I was directly punished. I was just banned from going to the library for a week. Holy hell, how'd you live?
Yeah. Especially as a kid, that would have killed me. That would have been destruction.
That would have been like banning me from church, because that's where I hid all of my books.
See, contrary to the image I think I've crafted for myself, I was a really like well-behaved child until for some reason I turned 18 and then decided, oh, to hell with all this.
Yeah, I think I had that moment about 16. I went crazy. But before that, it was just little shit. Because I know random weird facts that can come in handy more times than I think they can, apparently.
And I'm not going to say I was an angel, but I definitely didn't really get into trouble.
Growing up when I was little, my mom was not on depression meds, and that was before they knew that there was a pill for a thing. And so I didn't dare cross her because I didn't feel like dying. Quite literally, possibly. But then when she was on meds, it was a free game. Like, how much can I piss you off to make the meds not work?
Well, see, I just couldn't get away with anything because I was the youngest of 3 kids.
See, I was the oldest. So I just had to outrun my sister.
they were hellions. So my parent, there's 11 years difference between me and my next sibling. So like they literally did everything before me.
10 years and 11 months, me and my sister.
And so there's like nothing I could do. Like they knew everything. They knew every trick. They knew everything. The only thing my mother didn't know was to check my eyes to make sure that I had not imbibed anything. She always smelled my breath when I got home, which was fine. Like, here, smell my breath. There's no alcohol. I didn't drink. I wasn't drinking. I'm higher than a kite, but I wasn't drinking.
See, I was one of those, like, my mom was always like, if you want to drink, you do it at home first. You want to smoke, you try it at home first. Which turned out to be a very good thing because I'm allergic to pretty much anything but weed. So, good thing I tried Claritin D at home and, found out they used it to make meth with. Who knew? Yeah, at the time, nobody knew that. So, let's not do that. But yeah, other than that, I was into fast cars and guys with fast cars and proving I could be as good as the guys with fast cars. So I didn't really want to do drugs because I don't feel like wrecking my car that I spent so much money on. So,
well, see, my senior year of high school was a mistake. Like, for everyone involved, it was a thing that should not have happened. They tried to get me to skip high school because I'm that kid. And my mom made me go because it would be good for me. And then senior year, I caught a teacher diddling a student in the bathroom. He made it to the principal's office before I did. I fought my entire senior year to keep from getting expelled because he told them that I threatened to kill him. So when I told them, no, I caught him diddling a kid in the bathroom, they were like, you're just saying that because you don't like him. You want him dead. I'm like, oh, God. And at that point, I was like, authority has no purpose. I don't like you anymore. And just the rebellion switch was fully engaged.
My
God help the world.
my 7th grade, the internet had just went into schools. And I guess nobody knew what cookies were or how to clear them at that time or something. So I had also caught a teacher and a kid. And I went and told the teacher and told the principal. And the teacher's like, no, I didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. And afterwards he's like, I'm going to make your life hell. So then apparently somebody else caught him like 6 months later and went and told the principal. So the principal looked at his printer and his computer and was able to pull up images of girls from the school. So he made front page news.
The gentleman of which I speak also got caught eventually.
Yeah, I just remember like looking at my dad because my dad was like, didn't believe me or anything. And my mom's like, well, if he gets caught, he gets caught. And I just looked at him and went, you'll believe me next time, won't you? It's not really something I wanted to see. Not something I imagine telling somebody about.
Yeah.
Like,
but
don't think I would have told the principal if the kid wasn't like depressed and I wasn't afraid she'd slit her throat or something, but that's whatever. Is it weird I wasn't a rebellious kid?
I wasn't until I was, and God help the world once that switch got engaged.
Yeah.
I had years to make up for.
Pretty much.
I suddenly knew what I was missing out on, and I wanted it all.
Spence, I don't see you being boring and repressed. Just...
Well, there's a way we could fix that, Spence. I'm just saying. If you feel boring and repressed, hang out with me and Jenny, and we can get you all caught up if you're not already. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is me or Amber. So I'm talking just cause. Because I heard her kind of scat a little bit there. Just a little scat. Which seems a little bit off-brand to me, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to check my internet. Doo-da, doo-da. I'm going to make sure it's not me. Oh, the doo-da-day. Run speed test. Nope, it is not me, according to the interwebs. So, hello, people. I have commandeered Amber's stream, apparently. Oops.
I have no idea. I don't know. I heard you talking, and then you just went dip, dip, dip.
It's okay. You started scatting, which was great. Because just all of a sudden you were just like, skit, 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 skit. I'm just like, lay down the beat. Just lay down that beat. Oh, we make a song out of this one. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that. I don't know what that was.
Oh, God. Ooh, Laura outlined a tug waddle.
Yay. Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm all caught up now, but as a kid, I was very much in a box.
I'm just saying, based on the conversations that Ginny and I were having on Jayce's stream the other day, I feel like we were making him turn red. Like, I think we may have overfilthed him.
Probably. Yes, there was a second me for a while. I don't know what happened. Like, my internet never showed that it went away or went down. I don't know what happened. Yeah, save your documents. Good thing I was reading tonight. Aw, Devin, you're too nice. Boring child, i.e. living with or near my parents, is not good for me. It's not good for anybody, but I'd still do.
Yeah, they're just up the street because when we were living in the same house, I attempted suicide again. So
I'm surprised nobody's called the cops on us. That's the rows we get into.
Because she witnessed a full-blown PTSD event and decided the best way to snap me out of it was to yell at me for an hour and a half. And I was like, we're moving. I don't care where, but we're moving.
My daughter's best friend, I call her my second daughter, she has PTSD from her mom and dad yelling at each other before they split up. And she's only 15, so her mom's just like, thinks it's a phase. You're not really depressed. You're not really PTSD. Just get over it. And so she'll be in a full-blown panic, and her mom will just come in and yell at her and like, why are you yelling? Why are you crying? Why? Your sister just wanted to come in here and give you a hug. She's like, yeah, but she wouldn't leave, and I'm crying, and she won't shut up and leave me alone. And parents just don't get it, dude.
Well, she's of the mindset that I had a perfect life and that I still have one. Like, yeah. I will tell her bad things that have happened, and she just will not believe that they happened. And it's just it's to the point now where it's just like, live in your fantasy. I would rather have the life that you think I had. So just
like, can we reverse time and I have the life you think I had? Because it was much better.
It would be nice to not have been molested as a child or been held hostage by a friend's drug dealer. This would be nice not to have.
Yeah.
But love to get rid of my memories of waking up with a knife on my throat. Yes, please. Can we get rid of these?
Yeah.
Please?
Yeah. Held down, raped at 16. Yeah. Those memories, yeah. Can I have a better life? Because, let me have the life you had.
Oh, Spence, no, she's not a closet Catholic. She's a Baptist.
Which is almost as bad.
Yeah, she's a Baptist. I'm the rebel. I converted to Catholicism on my own.
My sister's dad, his parents are hardcore Baptists. Like, I'm Baptist too, but they're hardcore Baptists. And when my sister came out, they were telling her dad that like he needed to exorcise the demons out of my sister, or just beat her until she knew the difference. Which is why she was afraid to come out to me, because I was Baptist. So, because they said all that, she was afraid I would be the same way.
And great Master Sengo, I think you have put your finger on it.
Yeah. Very much.
My sister too. You know, it's not just me. It's not just me. She does it to my father. She does it to all of us. Like, the only pain that has ever existed is hers. And, not to...
Sometimes that can be funny, though, because you can fuck with them and make them, like, think their pain's a lot worse than even if they thought it was, and then they start, like, feeling even more sorry for themselves, and you're just like, I don't give a fuck, right?
Because we didn't talk for years after I came out, because, the burning in hell thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, she eventually came around, but it's just obnoxious because, my other siblings actually lived in this state. Like, I literally moved here to help because they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to be the good kid? I don't want to be the good kid.
I was the hellion. Why do I have to be the good kid now?
Yeah.
Can I be the bad kid now too? Yeah, because the narcs, they're only the real people. Everybody just wants to exist to enhance their lives.
Yeah.
I feel like for narcissists, people are the drug.
Yeah.
The attention from the people. Like they're royalty and they must have all this attention all the time.
My personal favorite thing is like every now and then she'll like have a moment where she remembers that I used to have like a really bad drug problem. And she'll like just call me up and go, I'm so disappointed in you. And I was just like, Mom, that was like 25 years ago. Like, I've been sober. I've been clean for a very long time. Like, that was a very long time ago.
I don't think, like I said, I couldn't do drugs, so I don't know that I ever would have gotten that far if I didn't know that. But, like, I was trying to help raise my little sister, my little brother at the time. My dad was always in the computer room ignoring us, and my mom didn't have bipolar meds at the time. So it was a fun little fist fight of a palooza down the stairs every couple months. It was great. Shut up. So yeah, fist fights were a thing.
My sister and I used to have really bad knockdown fights. I threw her into a tree once.
My mom knocked me down 3 stairs. I pushed her down the hallway. It's dog like thought we were playing, went running down the stairs and tripped us both.
Blessed be and good night again.
Good night for real this time. The goats are down, the tub is full, and I'm off to do your duckweed impression.
I love the idea of that. It makes me happy.
Why is the tub full?
She's going to soak.
But then you're
She finished taking care of
wasting the hot water. Go get in it. Quit talking. Quit typing. Get in the hot water.
Yeah, let's fix this. It's bothering
So I'm saying, why is the tub full and you're not in it?
Wrong camera. There we go.
Oh, goodness.
But I do have to say, all the weird events in my life, I think, have made me a much more bizarre and messed up writer, because my sense of like reality is very personalized.
Yeah.
Which, as a fantasy writer, is a perk. It's a blessing, not a curse. It's a pro, not a con.
I feel like the things we do as writers, things we do in our life, make us better writers, because it gives us a lot to feed off of our own experiences, things we've seen happen, and you never know, like, because we're writers, we tend to watch things a lot more, watch people a lot more. So there's that element of like, I've seen it. I know this can happen. Don't tell me this shit can't happen. I've seen it. And people tell you stuff's not realistic or whatever. You're like, you'd be surprised.
That's why I just gave up and like I write urban fantasy, because I'm just gonna go like full in, because all of the contemporary stuff I wrote, I always got the this is unrealistic thing. And there I was just like, but that's literally a memory. Like, that happened last Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, word for word, I changed the names to protect the guilty. Like, that's literally, like, this is me, like,
yeah,
like Faulknering the crap out of this. Like, it's exactly what happened. I just changed the names.
Yeah. So there is literally a scene in Unknown Love where he is revealing that he's a vampire. And, like, he's at a gazebo, like, she's sitting down, he's, like, walking back and forth, he's, like, trying to get up his nerve to tell her, because it means so much, you know, she's his mate and everything. Other than saying he's a vampire, instead of saying he's a gang member, that's a real story.
I had a second boyfriend once removed who believed he was a werewolf. Like 100% believed he was a werewolf. It was really cute the night of the full moon when I was like, prove it, and made him transform for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's
I will
the thing.
say it was a fun night, but
and that's the thing. Like, I used to hang out with a coven. We all were sanguinarian vamps. Like, a couple were just energy, but most of them were sanguinarian. And like, so for me, there's a lot of stories that actually really did happen.
Oh yeah.
That I could write about, but people wouldn't believe it because it's vampire versus just a sanguinarian. So,
like one of the skits that I've really thought about doing on the second channel, if I can get the makeup and stuff for it, is just do like my version of One Time at band camp, except for One Time at the goth club.
Mm-hmm.
And just like tell old stories because they're fun, they're messed up, and
they're true.
And they're true. And they'd be so entertaining because, like, let me tell you all about the first time I met Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, it was funny because my first ever going to anything like a club was my town tried to do this version of a club for under 21. And I don't think they thought about how many crazy kids there were that like looked like normal kids at school, but then didn't once they got home and got out. It was shut down within a month because it was a bad influence on the rest of the kids around.
Yay for bad influences!
Because we took that thing and we said, let's take it over.
Oh, yeah.
Who needs to be 21 and drink to show you what a real goth fun night is?
Yeah.
I don't think they thought about how much, teens like to, be their horny selves either. So
yeah, that's a big problem that people like really don't realize. Like
they forgot how they were when they were young, I guess.
Like I remember how I was when I was young, and like yeah, like seriously, like the stories I hear about the kids today, and they're just like, can you believe that the kids today, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like,
that's all.
If only I had just been like that.
That's all that happened?
Yeah, like seriously, that's it? Okay.
Pretty PG.
Like, explain it to me when it gets weird. Like, where's the weird part? Where's the part that's supposed to be all offensive and messed up?
Yeah.
You think that's bad? Let me tell you about.
Let me tell you what happened when I was that age.
Yeah. I could tell you some stories that would curl your hair. But
it's weird. Like, I always wonder if, and maybe you can help me answer this since you were raised Southern too, like, is it the Southern that makes it more crazy? Or is it that there's less of us, so we feel like we have to be crazier to make up for less people?
Oh, that is a perennial debate because, I know. See, most of my like early childhood was like in the boondocks somewhere because we moved around a lot. I've lived in, let's see, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, all around, and we moved a lot.
Right.
A lot. And like, I know a lot of my personal crazy comes from the fact that one, I never had friends for more than like 1 or 2 years. And two, even when I had friends, they lived like miles away because we didn't live in like a neighborhood at the end of a cul-de-sac where you could go play, or like even close enough where you could ride your bike to your friend's house.
Yeah.
I remember being all excited because when we moved here for the third time, I had a friend who was only, I think, 6 miles away. And if it wasn't for the fact that I would have had to have crossed a highway to get there, I probably would have been allowed to ride my bike there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no way Mom was going to let me ride. Like, I would literally die when I got home for having crossed the highway to get
Yeah, same. Definitely same.
And like living in the there's such a thing that there's so much that happens to you when you grow up in the country. Like my childhood, like child me is unrecognizable to adult me because it was me, my pellet gun, and my dog running around in the woods.
Yeah.
And you had the pellet gun not so you could pretend to be a hunter. It was in case you saw a snake and it came after you, because we have like really aggressive snakes around here. And so half the time, like you either kill them or they get you.
Rattlesnakes and water moccasin.
Yep. And, you know, so like it wasn't for show. Like it was like, this is your defense item. Stay safe, kid. And
see, like, I don't know if it's a rural thing or if it's a rural and southern thing, because like the rural makes you there's nobody around, so you can be as loud as you want.
Yep.
But then, and most of the time you're also like hand-me-down clothes, so dressing weird is a normal thing too. But then I just feel like because it's southern and you've got all this like pressure for the religion and the manners and the all this stuff, once you buck it all, you just go even crazier.
Because the manners is something really hard to explain to somebody not raised in that, because my husband was born in Massachusetts and raised in Maryland. And they have manners, but it's a completely different set.
And they won't get slapped if they don't use them, I'm sure.
Oh no. Like there's no threat of violence if, like, you know, I do not encourage like beating children, but it like boggles my mind when I see his nephews, right? Because I know what my nieces and nephews were like at that age, and they behaved. And that's probably because my brother hit his kids, but I know my sister didn't, because she and I are on that same page of like, that was wrong.
Yeah.
But like, I know like they were raised like, no, you behave. Like, you don't act like that. You're not going to be a little hellion. And like, there's a certain expectation that's just constantly on you as a Southern kid. And I think that's because, you know, everybody's going to look down on you for being Southern.
And your family, if you do something wrong.
And then worse, the family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the opening of Mulan. Like, I'm not Asian, but when I watched Mulan for the first time, and she's in the, you know, she'll bring honor to us all. Like, I'm watching that going, oh my God, this is my life. Like,
right?
Like, I know it's like a different culture and for different reasons, but
and
like,
you're the girl, you're not the boy, so like you don't matter.
And I was the boy, and so I was forced to do a lot of things that really felt wrong. And I didn't know why they felt wrong, because vocabulary wasn't a thing that I had access to at the time. But
see, my mom raised me like it was just me and her. So by the time I was around family who felt that way, like it was just always me and my mom. So like she didn't raise me with any of that norm. But then when she married my sister's dad, I was expected to be like that. And I remember the first time meeting his parents, and we were eating, and the woman had tried to cook dumplings because she knew that I liked them. But my grandma, I never knew she put food coloring in the dumplings to make them yellow. And so I ate them, and I was like, they taste the same, but they're not yellow. What's wrong with them? Can you imagine my Southern Baptist grandmother?
Oh, yes, clearly. And yeah.
They did not like my mother after that, because she did not raise a respectful child for asking such a disrespectful question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, that's the that was what the face was for, Laura. I did. Laura sent me a. Actually, this will work better on the other camera.
Because like, what I can see is so pretty.
it's not as bright. So there we go.
Oh,
Hail the blessed Tugwaddle.
Devin, are you seeing this?
That is amazing. All right, you say you're not an illustrator. That's an illustration, honey. That is an illustration.
You just drew that because you had time. That is an illustration.
That's amazing. That would take me days.
Oh my god!
Like that would take me days.
Not an illustrator, mind.
Wouldn't come out that good. That's amazing.
I couldn't have drawn his head, much less the whole body or the cape or any. Okay, phone's just going off like crazy.
That's awesome. With your permission, I would like to use that on the Tugwaddle article.
That is so cute. Somebody needs to show it to Devin.
So amazingly awesome. See, this is what you all have done. Like, you've made this great thing come into being because it truly was a collaborative thing. Like,
all because of my screw up of speaking a word.
I know, that is so good.
Oh goodness.
Yes. We need to send that to Devin for the profile pic.
To say somebody needs to. I have to say he better be in here to see it.
But yeah, I mean, it's because like I work really hard to cover my accent.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the other thing that comes with being from the South. Because let's see if I can relax enough to actually talk the way I do around here when I'm not actually recording stuff. Because like the problem with the Ozarks accent is it sounds like it's a parody of every other accent because we're hill folk.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can hear it in certain words.
Oh yeah, there's certain words. There are words that I've had to practice over and over again because I grew up saying things like wooder.
Going to the creek.
Going to the creek. My personal favorite localism that I have not heard anywhere else is we like to have scrimp and grits. Nobody around here says shrimp. It's scrimp. They're scrimp.
Scrimp and grits.
It's scrimp and grits. Yeah, like
love some scrimp and grits.
Love some scrimp and grits.
And can I just say, not everybody knows how to make the correct kind of grits.
No. When I taught the hubby how to make grits, oh my god, like life changed. We can't take them off the menu at the restaurant anymore. He found that out the hard way. I taught him how to make them right.
Try to take them off why would you take them off the menu?
Because we change the menu every 3 months.
That's a staple breakfast item. What's wrong with you, sweetheart?
It is definitely a staple.
There are some things like a McDonald's just has a hamburger. You got to have it, no matter what else you change. Use it to your heart's content.
Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely going to be on the Tugwaddle article. Because
since my Northern Baptist grandma fed me something called mac and cheese loaf, mac and cheese and bologna, and it was the grossest thing I've ever eaten, but I ate the whole damn sandwich because your ass knew better.
Oh, yeah.
Let me finish that sentence for you. Your ass knew better.
Yes. God forbid. I remember one day after dinner at my grandma's house, I did not want any of that dry ass angel food cake.
Oh God.
Because that was the dessert. It was angel food cake with canned peaches. Because they was feeling fancy. They was feeling fancy. So angel food cake.
I will say my grandma did always have either canned strawberries or blackberries for it. But if it didn't have Cool Whip, a lot of times one or the other would be really bitter. She wouldn't have put enough sugar in it. Or it'd be like down at the bottom.
Oh yeah. Like that's memories. Like this is the thing where like I understand what fine dining food is because like I've lived a life, but like I crave my grandmother's cheesecake, which is like a box of lemon jello with some Cool Whip and some cream cheese whipped into it. Then you let it kind of sit a little bit and on a butter graham cracker crust. Like
Mhm.
it's definitely cheesecake. Like, it's all of
There's
it.
cream cheese in it. It's cheesecake.
Because we tried to fancy it up with like actual fresh squeezed lemon juice, and like we actually like made our own gelatin for it. Like no, it's got to be that box Jello. You don't.
There are some things you can try to get fancy all you want, but it is only good if it is the way it was.
Oh yeah, because I crave that, and I don't know. Am I allowed to cuss on this?
I'm not mad. You're good.
Okay.
I'm nowhere near it.
My one grandmother used to make this dish that she called shit, and I crave it. And she didn't give anybody the recipe. Like it was this thing, like it was like kind of a hash. Like it looked like what happened when you have bowel problems and have recently eaten like fresh corn. Like it really looked like the interior of a toilet bowl. It was the foulest looking thing in the world, and it was somewhere between a hash and a chili. But
let me guess, it had beef, corned beef hash, corn, sometimes peas or green beans.
Oh yeah.
Of course, good old salt and pepper. What else am I missing? A couple bouillon cubes.
Oh yeah, it's gotta have the bouillon cubes, and don't forget the Trinity. It had the onions and the green peppers.
Yeah, that's what I'm forgetting. Onions and green peppers. I was like, there's something else I'm missing.
Yep.
My mom just calls it goulash now, but yeah, same thing.
Yep. And it's hard to explain to people that don't understand that, like, what are you craving for dinner? And like, man, I really want a big bowl of shit tonight. And it's like, you want what now?
What?
You want what? I'm just like,
I think that's why my mom just started calling it goulash.
That's what I grew up calling it. That's what she called it. And God help the world. One year she learned how to make fruit cakes right with the rum in it. First time I was ever drunk in my life was because my grandmother handed me a slice of cake. Oh, woo! I was a flying child. I'll tell you that. I didn't know why the cake made me so happy, but I loved that cake. And then Mom found out that she gave me some and almost like skinned her alive. Which of course meant every time I was sent over to Grandma's house for the weekend, guess what cake Grandma made?
Isn't that the perfect kind of kiss my ass? Yeah.
Because
I love you and I could talk all night, but I've got to get ready for bed, love.
I understand that. I'm glad that I was able to actually make it and like get some distraction from today.
Yeah, I had to go get my oil change when I got home. Otherwise, I would have been on sooner and seen you. You've got to send me the link to that because I want that dude.
So I'm going to be hanging out with my papas.
I want
that. If you like 80s rock, you'll love this band.
I envy you guys and your food histories. I don't have any of those kind of things. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my daughter's like been craving my dumplings, but there's no way to make it here from scratch. And at least in the South, you can go to Walmart and get the little sticks for like a quick fix. And you can't do that here. So I think I'm going to try to probably just do it with biscuit dough. So I can just flatten it out. I don't know. We'll see.
You can always cheat like Granny did and use some Bisquick.
Yeah. But there's just no room to like make the dough. So I may just like get biscuits and flatten them out. I don't know. But thank you guys for being on with me for these 3 hours before and after the lovely Charlie and dealing with the kid. And I will definitely start a Ko-fi this weekend, and I will look at the Patreon thing since it was asked about and see what's going on with that, because I don't really post to it. I don't understand it. So that was going to be my goal for 2021, was to figure out how to post on it and do the things. But I really would love that if you could help me with the moving fund. That would be great. Otherwise, there's always book 2 coming out. And if I can get on it, the book cover reveal is coming. I swear it's coming. but I gotta get the podcast out first. And so it'll probably be next week because my dumb self was going to try to edit the podcast and each day's video, and it's not happening. It's not happening every day. This thumb can only handle so much, and sometimes that means only work. Like today, I sliced myself with my knife, my box cutter, trying to close it. My thumb got in the way. Yeah, sliced like sideways into the finger.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like sucking on it for a while, and I'm like, okay, I really need to get to work, which means I gotta quit sucking on the blood and deal with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will see you guys either on Friday if Meadow is streaming, on Sunday on my stream, or if Charlie has a stream and invites me over and I am able to come. Either way.
We're doing Fanfiction Friday on my second channel this week at 5 Eastern.
Exactly. I will be at work still.
But I will be forever stream, so.
If you're still on at 7, I will see, because I'll be home. So. Until then,